Welcome to you at Beniswif University, Faculty of Education, Department of Curriculum and Instruction. This video presents one of the dissertations carried out by one of our researchers.
Study title:
Using Hybrid Learning for Developing General Secondary Stage Students EFL Oral Performance.
Author:
Hamdي Ahmed Ibrahim غانم.
Advises:
Dr. Asma غانم غيث, Professor of Curriculum and Instruction, TEFL, Faculty of Education in Shams University. Dr. Hiba Mustafa Muhammad, Professor of Curriculum and Instruction, TEFL, and Vice Dean for Instruction and Student Affairs, Faculty of Education, Beniswif University.
Institution:
Faculty of Education, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, Beniswif University, Egypt.
Academic year:
2020-2021.
Abstract:
This study aimed to investigate the effective using hybrid learning on developing general secondary stage students' EFL oral performance.
In the present study, hybrid learning, HL, is defined as effective integration of web-based learning that uses an integrated collection of social learning platforms as learning management systems including Edmodo, WhatsApp, and Zoom to enable first-year secondary stage students to orally interact synchronously and asynchronously and access to learning resources anywhere and anytime, with on-site face-to-face learning that allows the use of technology when needed to facilitate their interaction in collaborative oral activities.
Furthermore, oral performance is defined in the present study as the ability of the first-year secondary stage students to interact orally with their peers, the teacher, and the oral learning activities and the hybrid learning-based oral activities by communicating the desired meaning appropriately, meaning construction, using orally complete and correct structures, sentence structure, using precise and varied vocabulary appropriate to the topic, vocabulary use, expressing own thoughts and feelings purposefully, oral self-expression, and contributing effectively throughout oral interaction.
The study followed the quasi-experimental research design of two groups, the experimental group and the control one.
The sample included 60 first-year secondary stage students in the 6th of October Secondary School for Girls, the 6th of October Educational Directorate in the academic year 2020-2021. They were divided into an experimental group, 30 students, taught through hybrid learning-based program, and a control group, 30 students, taught through the regular teaching method at school.
To collect data, the researcher designed instruments and materials, including a checklist of oral performance components, a pre-post oral performance test, an analytic oral performance rubric, and a hybrid learning-based program. The researcher administered the pre-post oral performance test to both the experimental and control groups before and after the treatment.
The results obtained from the independent sample t-test and the t-test for paired samples were analyzed statistically and qualitatively, and concluded that the experimental group outperformed the control one. Hence, it was deduced that using a hybrid learning-based program effectively developed the first-year secondary stage students' oral performance.
Recommendations. In the light of the results of the current study, the recommendations can be stated as follows.
Hybrid learning should be the main format of instruction for EFL secondary stage students in Egypt.
Oral performance needs to be given more attention by EFL curriculum designers, EFL teachers, and EFL students.
Hybrid learning should be inculcated into the pre-service experiences of a student teacher.
The tablets distributed for secondary stage students should allow the different educational technologies to be accessed to achieve equal and fair access to learning materials and interaction in various hybrid learning activities.
EFL secondary stage students should be given free access to the internet during their online learning.
EFL secondary stage students should have a virtual classroom community designed so that in-class students can be automatically enrolled in a virtual classroom.
Students must be assigned scores for their oral performance to be added to the summative assessment to motivate them to participate.
Hybrid learning should create an effective learning environment and promote interactive learning activities both in the classroom and online.